another episode of Darthtuba's Star Wars Unboxing Show. I'm your host, Darthtuba, and we're continuing our holiday theme with the LEGO Star Wars Advent Calendar. Now, this is a third or fourth year, I think, maybe fourth or even fifth year, that LEGO has released this. And for those who don't know, an Advent Calendar is something that you would see in many, many different types of settings, where you basically count down the days until the celebration of Christmas. Usually they're 24 days right up to it. Sometimes you can get a lot of times they have little calendars that have little boxes of, open up and there's little chocolates inside. Sometimes you can make up your own. There's just like a wooden box and you can put little treats in it yourself for each of the 24 days leading up. Kind of gets excited for the big day, if you will. So what LEGO decided to do is get in on this by creating a 24-day, open up one package each day, and leading up to the 24 days leading up to Christmas. And what you would get is either a small little Lego brick puzzle to put together, a little ship or creature or something of that nature, or you'd get one of their little minifigs, which is always really kind of fun. So I've collected them pretty much every year, and I thought what I would do this year is kind of open up each of them for you for the unboxing show, but rather than do one a day, thought I would save a little time, and we would do a week's worth. So we're going to do not 7 days, we're going to do 6 days. Okay, so there's 24 altogether. So we'll do 4 shows, 6, 6, 6, 6. So this is the first one. So we're going to do days 1 through 6. Okay. Now I will tell you that to save time, I did go in and already open them up and put the ones together just so you can get a better idea. I'll also include some close-up shots in this really attractive setting because I want to show you that this is really cool. They always include, they open up the box. The box comes like this. When you undo the tape, it opens up and you have a nice backdrop that you can display them on, one character at a time. And as you can see, it kind of gives you some hints of what kind of environments that maybe some of your characters might fit in. It looks like we have the Sarlacc pit here, but it's funny, they always put a little holiday theming with it. There's some presents hidden over here, and then here they have, I believe these are Naboo thematic elements here, and they have a little cover, walkway with a wreath, and then of course the snowy ice. I would assume it's Hoth, although I guess you could say it's Starkiller Base, but we don't know for sure because I haven't opened all of them yet. Alright, so why don't we just get right to it? And I'm going to, as I said, I've already put them together, but starting here with number 1, and they're all in different places, so you have to make sure you get the right number. And this one, if I can do this without pulling it apart, I want to get it out. Yeah, there we go. This is it's a Slave 1, okay, a Slave 1 little mini model, a mini kit, if you will. Just a couple of Lego pieces. They're not even mostly designed for Star Wars. They're probably things that they've used for other generic kits, but they put it together and it makes a cute little Slave 1. So we don't have a Bespin thing here, I don't think. So I'll just kind of place it here in the front and then boop. Okay, so that's number 1. And we move on to number 2. Where is there's 3, 5, here's 2, okay. And number 2 is a character, and it seems like it is a theme, because the first one was the Slave 1, which took place on Bespin, and this one is the Bespin security guard. And again, you'll see some close-ups of them shortly, and while I'm doing this. But I always liked the Bespin security guards. I don't know why, I just did. They look kind of cool. They didn't do much in Empire Strikes Back, but they did. It's the only time I saw anybody pull a blaster on a stormtrooper and have to, take the stormtrooper as prisoner. I don't really see that too much anywhere else as a kid. And I thought, oh, that's cool. These guys are tough. So I always wanted to see more Bespin guards. So we'll hang out this guy next to the Slave 1. He's kind of guarding it. Okay. Now we'll move on to number 3, day 3. And we have, which appears to be I guess it's either a TIE Interceptor, a TIE Fighter of some sort, Darth Vader's TIE Fighter. I'm going to go with in my opinion, I'm going to say it's a tie interceptor. Unless I see something else giving me other issues, other evidence, I'm going to say it's a tie interceptor. Anybody who wants to correct me, feel free. It's okay. I won't take offense. Okay, and I'll place him kind of over on this side here. Then we go to number 4. And the pattern I'm noticing is that first the ship appears, and then the character is kind of similar to the ship. This is an Imperial, I want to say an Imperial gunner, or one of the Imperial officers that sat kind of, controlled like the Death Star control room trooper, like that. Had the big huge helmet on the back. This guy has a cute little headset. I love the minifigs. I think the minifigs I've always loved them even before they made Star Wars characters of them, and now that they do that, they're just really great. It's just a different size playability factor. I love the Lego mashup franchise. I love what they've been doing with the Lego movie, and now that Batman Lego movie's coming out. I just think that it's I love the Star Wars, the Freemaker Adventures have been really cool, and it just tells the Star Wars story and mythos in a different way, and it's a great way for young children to get excited about any kind of franchise, really. Okay, so that was number 4. Moving on to 5. And now we definitely have something that, to me, looks Hoth-based. It looks like a turret from one of the Hoth things. And again, these are just kind of mini turrets made with mini pieces put together. So I'll definitely land him right here. I love how, it's hard to see on this picture, but they actually have a Christmas tree in the middle of Hoth, and some lights strewn along a blaster. That's pretty funny. Okay, and the last one we'll do for this show is number 6, the day 6. And again, we have a theme here. We have after having a turret from the Hoth that will go on Hoth, it seems appropriate that you want to have a snow trooper. Okay, and we'll put him right there next to that. So, in the end, you're going to end up with 24 little individual pieces like this. Okay, just kind of out of the gate, I will say that as I said, I love the Star Wars and Lego mashup. I think that was brilliant, and I think it was brilliant on Lego's part to partner up. So, but as I said, these are just the first 6 days, and I will do in about a week's time. I will send out the next 6. Although I shouldn't say a week's time. I tend to drop my videos sometimes. I try to actually drop them twice a week if I have time. It just depends on the schedule. If the schedule is really busy, then sometimes I can only get 1 a week. Otherwise, I can get 2 a week. So, you might see it in a few days. You might see it in a week. So, in any case, this is the start of the Advent calendar for Star Wars and Lego for 2016. So, that concludes this episode of Star Wars Unboxing. I am Darthtuba. You can subscribe to my channel, Darthtuba 2 words. You can also subscribe to me on Twitter, @Darthtuba, or email me at darthtuba77@gmail.com. Once again, may the force be with you, and have a good holiday.